Yeah, just let me know when we're live. Get on back here. I'll go ahead and flip it around. Hey folks, day 44, Grey Wolf walk, and we're at Devil's Gate outside of Eureka, and we're going to continue to walk to Eureka. So that's where we're going to go. I'll flip it around. I meant to flip it around the other way. There we are. So Devil's Gate. Don't know why they call it Devil's Gate, but they call it Devil's Gate. And we are going to walk for freedom today, as we do every day. So off we're going. Today we've got Whiskey Tango, Miss Cindy, got RV. Look at this. Got a little mouse that is like all confused, doesn't know what he's doing. Now that's not a field mouse, that's a regular old house mouse. So we'll get set up here, and away we walk and roll. Good morning, Leo. How are you, my friend? Looks like we're getting everyone out safely. Get everyone out safely, and I'm walking down the road. Hey, how are we doing? Good morning, Ed's Truth. Very cool. Got a nice breeze going. As we exit here, there's Devil's Gate, the end of the Devil's Gate right here. That was a freedom mouse walking, huh? Thank you for being here, Marianne. Greetings from Battle Mountain. That's just up the road, over on 80. So we'll get out of the canyon, passing the 29-mile marker here. So wow, the humidity went way down in the last hour. Did you say 38%, Weathercat? %38 humidity. It went to from 80% down to 38%. Boom, just like that. That says it's going to be a hot day today, huh? Oh, look at this. Let me swing that camera around over there. Look at that. Good morning, everyone. So we started later today because we wanted to see if we could get any of the locals to come out and walk into Eureka with us. So we started a bit later. None of the locals did come out, but that's okay. Many of them said that they would be working in the mines. You know, they would be on the bus at 4 o'clock in the morning, and that they wouldn't be able. That was a local lady that just went by us. Yep. So we definitely got some folks talking to us yesterday at the fair, at the Eureka County Fair. So there were definite folks there that were. I don't think I had a single person myself that wasn't wanting to know more. And I gave out a bunch of cards. So as we get more towns that we walk through, I'm pretty confident that they'll be passing the word. You know, it's like, how do people know that something's coming up in a town? It's $1 million question. I'm not a PR guy, but get more people to come out, more people to stand up, awaken to what this country needs, truly needs, and it is them. Okay. So the plan today is to get into Eureka. So we'll walk into Eureka, and you were robotic there for a moment. I'm going into a stroll mode.
That works.
Instead of a power walk mode here.
That way we can jitterbug.
Do the jitterbug. Here we go. Careful. We may have... oh, wait a minute. Yeah, I just saw Texas come up out of there with a camera. So yeah, she's in front of us. I was saying, careful, she might break out the boombox.
We should do gray. Rather than the Olympics, you know what I mean? There you go. You got it down, man. I've been wanting to do this.
Yeah. That might actually, hey, there's in there. Isn't that great?
Inspired. Yeah, if you're zooming like a track star, the band can't keep up.
Right? You'd have to go into a stroll.
You know what would be neat, like the Navy band?
That would be. It would be neat to have, you know, an Air Force band or...
Color guard.
Yeah. But came out for a day at town. When we walk into a town that we're met by a band. Look, told you. And then the band plays as we walk through town, and you make a parade of it walking through town.
That's the thing. Yeah.
Cool.
That's what everybody comes out for a parade.
Everyone comes out for a parade. There's a cry of freedom sweeping around the world today. Here we have it all, life and liberty. Still we gave the dream away. No more can we afford to stand around and set aside our ways. Wake up in the USA. Wake up in the USA. Help others when you can. Respect your fellow man. Can't you see? Times are changing. When priorities are wrong, we've got to stand up strong and rearrange them. It's time that we wake up and see how freedom was never free. So wake up in the USA. You know what you need to do. Don't give up, you've got to push on through. When closing your eyes, pretending that you don't see. And if you think you'll just spectate, it's too late. We all live here together, from sea to shining sea. The cry of freedom sweeping around the USA. No one can take the sunrise or the breeze. No one can turn our blue skies gray. Now everybody's joined together with me as I pray. Wake up in the USA. Wake up in the USA. Wake up. You live in the USA. Man, Steve hit it out of the park when he wrote that song. That's Steve Spurgeon. Allowing GreyWolfWalk.com. You'll find it at the very bottom of the front page. Thank you for coming in, Jesse. Sorry we were having so many issues with audio last night, but we didn't anticipate there would be loudspeakers just feet away from the microphones. And a shout out and a thank you to Polish Agnes for coming into the panel last night. And we had Little Blinky was in there. We had Greg. I don't know that I've met him yet. Truck driver that was in there. And of course, Texas Girl and Juniper. Diego TV. And Saznak had come in. Marcus came in and said hello. And had a pretty good panel discussion last night. Oh, and GWT also was in there. A shout out. Weathercat was also there. And Lisa the Mayor was there. I had to just go and replay the night in my mind there for a minute. So it was a pretty large amount of panelists that had come out and joined in last night. We try to, Juniper or Diego tries to hold a panel once a week on Saturday evenings at 8 o'clock Eastern Time. So we've also got a panel in the near future. We're just waiting for the producer to contact us, for Laurel Lynn Tyler Thompson out of Canada. And she's pretty well known up there for alternative media. She's looking to put together a panel with myself and James Top. Good morning, Canoster. Thank you for the blessings today. I made a delivery. He picked up some stuff in Reno for us. And I made a surprise visit out to Eureka out here. And delivered some stuff. Had some dinner. On his way out to Kansas. So shout out to Black Wolf for that. Thank you very much. We should be starting around this bend. We should start to see the parts of Eureka, and our base camp is also over there. Thank you, beer guy. Me too. Good morning, Brenda Street. Abby's doing very well. She's over her little tummy problem. Not Thank you. How you doing back there, Whiskey? Miss.
How you doing?
I'm doing good. Yesterday freed some muscles up, I think. You know, walking around the fairgrounds after the walk.
Massage therapist will join at some point.
Wow, wouldn't that be wonderful? We actually have. Just need the therapist.
There's a lot of them out there.
We had one in the convoy. Here's our 30-mile marker. Yep, that's Eureka County, US 50.
Oh, okay. So they just count the mileage in their county?
Yes, they count the miles from the beginning of the county line to the end of the county line. Represent the state miles. Thank you, Flutterby. Your God-given rights are being stripped away. The way we make change together. Politically speaking, you can be on the left, you can be on the right, you can be up the middle. Doesn't matter. If you're an American, you are affected by what's going on. And as a result, you need to come out and let yourself be heard. Doesn't matter what your beliefs are. Religion is. Come and let your voices be heard. We know what it is that we need to do. We need to hold people accountable in government for the wrongdoings that they're doing. There are those in You know, our government needs to be run by the people, not by the elites with the money that runs deep in their pockets. Changes are made when people come together. Work for. Okay. Because Texas just came running by me, so I was assuming that the stream went down. It's a possibility that we're experiencing some solar flare activity since we are going via a satellite system. It could be slowing down the data stream. We experienced that last night as well. Hey, sun honey. Thank you, Bobby Rogers. Having a great day. Sun's a little warm, but we're working through it. I can see our base camp up there. In about a mile town of Eureka. calling it quits at 1 o'clock today. Anything you want to do, you can hand out your cards. You know, my belief, Miss Cindy, everybody has their own life, their own views, but we all have one thing in common, and it's the quest for freedom. So absolutely, I don't have a problem with it at all, because ultimately the people need to come together.
Absolutely.
Ultimately.
That's
I have
really
no problem.
why we're walking.
That's why we're walking.
We have the same reason for being here.
Exactly. That's a common goal. It's a commonality. That's why I said it doesn't matter what religion. It doesn't matter if it's your beliefs in sovereign citizenry, or if it, I'm not saying you, I'm just saying somebody's beliefs, or natural law. None of that matters, because it is a belief mechanism that we all have. We all have what we believe should be, and we can put our stake in the ground where we want to go. You know, whether we want to be Catholic, whether we want to be Baptist, it's all, but it all still has a common thread. And
we're free to choose.
We're free to choose. You're right. Absolutely. So that's the beauty of that. When I was in the convoy, people would be confused about what it is that we're trying to say is what freedoms were lost, quote unquote. Well, our freedom of choice is the biggest one. You know, explaining, you know, that it's still, there's freedoms, having the people come out, having the people understand that it is them, it is all of us that make the difference. Combined, it doesn't matter. Our people in America, we have to stand up for what we believe. We have to stand up for our freedom of choices, no matter what those choices may be.
And the fact of the matter is, what you're doing may open up the 10th Amendment, which would allow people to make the choices.
Absolutely. I'm a big 10th Amendment man. And the 10th Amendment puts the power in the states. Over, you know, and the power is. Look at Senator Ron Johnson, who I met with back in March, and he has a big plaque in his office of the 10th Amendment. So he himself from Wisconsin believes in the power of the states. And I do believe that in synchronicity with this movement, that people should be looking to organize for their locals.
Absolutely.
Organize marches on their local, their city complexes.
We encourage people to walk across their states.
Yeah, walk across their states. If the more people that come out and walk in mass, and go into their state houses, go into the surrounding the streets of their state houses, this is where we show them that the people are this country and not them.
That's why I think, you know, as slow as you want to go would be okay. That's just my opinion. Because people are not necessarily going to drive clear out here or wherever you are, but they can walk where they are, and if what you're doing will encourage that.
Yes, and I hope that this spurs a whole bunch of threads around the country. There's no way to walk through 50 state capitals without adding a few years to the goal. There's no way to do that. But it's the thought, it's the premise of what we're trying to portray. It's the freedom-loving Americans that can see that the freedoms are being squashed. We're being told how to think. Hell, they're even talking about putting things, you know, chips in people's brains. For criminy sakes, wake up. We're not cyborgs. We don't need to have if we don't choose to do so. I don't care if somebody gets vaccinated or not. It's their choice. What I'm fighting for is their choice to do so. Everybody is free to have and make their own decisions. And I want to make sure that the country that I live in, that is the epitome of freedom, doesn't lose that.
People have always guided that throughout history.
Yep.
And we need to keep that going.
Yep. We need to keep that moving. And I see that, you know, once we do reach these other areas, I would see my mind, the merging of everybody coming together. You know, no matter the color of their skin, no matter what into their home. That's, I want to see people to wake their mind, show them what it is that's being removed. That every little teeny bit that goes away is a little bit that stays away. And that needs to stop. I'm not out to remove our government or to overthrow it. I'm out to put into place the accountabilities of the wrongdoings.
There you go. And the people hold them accountable.
Exactly. The people will be able to see and know and decide what they want to do. It's their choice. And that's the power. It is your choice to replace a representative. Right now, things in the country are made so political. And for myself, I don't, it's like some individuals make a political position, but it is a constitutional one. Back to the sheriffs, and let people realize that when it comes to the law enforcement of this land, the law enforcement and the sheriffs is the only constitutional recognition. So the police chiefs and the captains that are out there with their batons trying to break up people who are trying to simply speak their mind is a political body. Those officers may not believe that. They took an oath to defend, but they still have a politician sitting up there with strings.
I don't know if you heard Sheriff Mack's CNN interview or not, but they didn't play all of it on CNN, but someone's been posting the entire interview, and it was an incredibly clear and simple explanation
Yes.
of what you're just now saying. I hope people can get a hold of that.
Absolutely. Well, I have Sheriff Mack's contact information, and I had a meeting with Sheriff Mack back. I met with him. I met with Sheriff Jesse Watts, Sheriff Ron Unger, and a few other sheriffs that were in passing. But myself, I am part of the CSPOA, and I believe in the constitutionality of the law enforcement. And it really is the sheriffs. They don't answer to the president. They don't answer to the governors. They don't answer to the mayors. They answer to the people that put them in the office. They're constituents, but they're not political. It's like what's happening right here in Eureka County with the county board of supervisors trying to stranglehold the sheriff's position by taking away money. It's the only thing they can do is to start taking away the budgeting, and try to stranglehold. But beautifully put, our sheriffs have the ability to swear any one of the citizens in. They have that ability. So now the citizens become posses to the sheriff. So they can try and strangle the sheriff, but a sheriff who has the balls to stand up to those counties and say, not me, and not the citizens of this great county. That's how they put the pressure on the I love this terminology, by the way. Our friend from Germany, he doesn't say politicians. He says politicans. Same spelling, different pronunciation, but I thought that, you know what? That's so fitting. Because it now puts it almost into a race instead of a position. That's my thinking anyway. So the politicans, they cannot control a strong sheriff. And that's why Eureka County was never on lockdown. It's because their sheriff wouldn't allow it. Sheriffs are the first line of defense, and they're the last line of defense when something happens. Possible. Explain to the citizens of their county that we happen to be walking across why it is that they're sheriffs. You know, when you take in all of history, do you know where the word sheriff comes from? Sharif. The Riff.
The county guy.
The Riffs. Yeah. Pronounced it, you know, possibly different, but the Shires and the Reefs. That's right. And back then they were really constable.
Bailiffs and watching the jails and not allowed to engage in their rightful functions.
Correct. So, yeah, you go back to the times of Robin Hood, and it pretty much, if you just take in that entire story and you culminate it into one body, you start seeing images from that show, from that story, I should say, from that writing. And you can you can put the dots together and say, wow. You know, the Shires, the Reefs, you know, back in the times of Robin Hood, you know, it's kind of funny. I saw the movie, and they have a poster stuck with a knife in a tree. They didn't have any literature back then.
Right.
There was no literature. But, you know, that's an embellishment. Is that a 5-gallon bucket there, whiskey, or? Yeah, it's probably brittle from the sun. Yep, that's what it is. I haven't been paying attention. Did we go by mile marker 31 yet?
I haven't been paying attention. That's how to make a walk go fast.
Yes, ma'am. All of a sudden, you get to talking, and there 2 miles went by. Four miles to camp, 5 to the fairgrounds, I believe, and then 6.
Right, they teach it to their children, and now we have left it to the teachers to teach the children.
Right.
And that's a People don't know our history.
That's right. And it's the same thing, you know, look at the Hawaiian Islands, at Fiji, and they're through song and dance. Storytelling through song and dance. Speak to history. But there, you know, it even comes down to when you have tribal story time, right? You can envision that they would and be able to have storytelling time. There are those in the to be able to tell the story. That's a big tail, mine tail for that mine over there. Correct, Flutterby. Spot on. Absolutely, Brenda. I'm not sure if that was Brian or if that was Mike. I think that might have been Mike Landis. Very sad, J-Paul. You would think that people would know that they work for us, given that they're voted in by us. But the problem is, and this is what you have to look at, how many of them actually stick to the words of their campaign promises? They campaign on one set of, you know, out of the left side of their mouths, but then when they're elected, they start doing stuff out of the right side of their mouth. And nobody holds them to, holds their feet to the fire and say, whoa, 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 whoa. That's not what you told us to convince you to put us in, put you in office. They change things up. They start spinning stories. So yeah, this is right along the lines of what I said. It's like about 25 years ago, there was this article, I think it was on the front page of the Enquirer, the National Enquirer at the time, about a woman impregnated by alien. Well, what's the first thing that comes to mind? And it was an image of a spaceship and, you know, this big-eyed alien and stuff like that. But then when you read the article, she's talking about a foreigner. You know, the switch, the spin. Say, I'm not talking about space aliens, talking about an alien from another country. But what grabs the attention?
Some people only read the headline.
And you only read the headline, you don't get the detail, you're missing the context. You can turn around. Why our First Amendment was so important, that it was our First Amendment. And those in the media simply take advantage of the First Amendment to speak what they want rather than even giving proper fact. It's really interesting to say the single word, truth. What does that mean to a person that is sitting behind a camera talking to millions of people? The truth is what they've been told to say. To them, that's facts. So truth to me is to bear the facts. It is really funny how they say, do the fact checking. Well, we shouldn't have to do the fact checking if you actually did the truth, right? So you can have an anchor sitting there behind the desk or by the counter. The truth of the matter is X, Y, Z, A, B, C. Well, that might be your truth, but it is. How's that knee holding up, Whiskey? Good. I'd say we're about 2 miles from the camp. No, we're closer than that. Mile and a half.
Got any of that watermelon cut up?
Oh yeah, we got lots of watermelon in the fridge. And we got a whole new watermelon sitting back there too.
I forgot to buy pickles yesterday.
Oh yeah?
I was right there at the store thinking, there's something I need. There's something I need. I was going to put them in a little bag in my pocket.
Yep. Put them in a little sand. Probably not a bad idea, actually.
Yeah. Those little ones that you have.
Yep. Those little
Fit perfect.
kosher dill crunch like a radish, don't they?
Oh yeah. They taste refreshing. It's funny how walking adjusts to your palate.
Yep. Whoa, that's a big one. Don't want that caught up in the tires. Wrap it around the axle. That's correct, J. Paul. Good morning, Darlene. It's the day of the what? That's right. Thank you, Darlene. Well, at the moment, I have Miss Cindy and Whiskey Tango walking with me. Thank you, Renee. Thank you. See you later, Brenda. Oh, in the car? I can.
I didn't realize there was so much around us.
Yep.
That's why all these ATVs are falling down these houses.
Yep. Some cows just look like that naturally, though. Some breed. Yeah. Some cows thin and scrawny. Marker right there, I believe. Three plus, about 3.2, 3.3 miles so far. Pole, raising awareness, fingertips. Those that don't want, they've got the thumbs down button, but it doesn't keep the count anymore. Why? Because in 2021, an individual that was supposed to be a pretty popular individual, supposedly, had only something like 9,000 likes and 90,000 dislikes. Well, we can't have that, so we'll just take away the counter. It's all to skew public opinion. And it has the Aerodyne 1 sleeper. So
they got a bunk?
Yeah, it's got a double bunk. So although that's only a 60-inch sleeper, you can make it work.
Does it have refrigerator or anything like that in it?
Well, it has an area for you to be able to put a small refrigerator in there. 18 inches.
There's a company that has made an air conditioner for those cabs. I'm reading about.
Yep. They haven't made since I think 1997 or so. So that might be about a 96 or 97. Mine's a 1991.
You gotta have ropes and carabiners to climb up in those things.
Just about.
I tried driving one. I was working my way through college. I was working at a CDL school and thought, hey, I might as well get my CDL. At that time, I wasn't heavy enough to make the air brake go down. I would stand on it and it wouldn't go down.
Wow.
So I obviously didn't get my CDL.
He's got that one raked a little bit in front. He's got the front end lowered a little bit. Bumper is to the ground and how high up into the fender wells the tires are. Try and make it look cool.
Yeah, it does look cool.
No. And some of them, they've bagged them and they take the springs out of them, put airbags, and then they'll drop it down to where the bumper's right on the ground when they're sitting still.
What color is your truck?
Green.
Neon?
Nope, it's a Kelly green color, about the same as this brush right here. He's got 150 gallon tanks on there.
There's a guy around our house that drives one similar to that. It's just bright pink.
Yeah, you see how that front tire just right up in the or lowered permanently there, because it's probably bagged, because if he tried to steer like that, take the fender out.
What are those gigantic wheels for?
Earth movers.
Gee, cricket
Big
cars,
trucks up
2
there.
stories high.
Yep. If you got up and over that tailing pile up there and looked down in the canyon, you'd see them. They're huge. They're almost as wide as this road. To move dirt.
Is that what the Netherlands farmers are using to move police cars?
You know, I haven't seen any of them, but probably something akin to it. So Whiskey, there's another fiber optic repeating station. Didn't notice that. Right? So we've got the fibers over there. Where at? Up there? Oh yeah, right there next to the buildings. Yeah. There's front of your street. We actually have a watcher on here. One of the people watching the video, this live stream, lives back there. Hello, Linda. Somehow. So I'm not sure if they're over here on the right or if they're over there on the left. I believe they are on the left. They're disabled.
You know their names?
Not off the top of my head. There was a comment in one of the streams. It may have been yesterday. They said, "You're not too far from my house on front of your road. You'll be going right past my house." I think, I could be wrong, that it's two-finger typer.
People come up with the cutest
Little handles, yeah.
yeah.
It's funny that, you know, I've got GreyWolf, who's been with me since my old CB handle days. But now everybody puts a name on their account as a profile name. It's the same thing, just a different medium. I don't see anybody out waving. So, must not be on this morning. But whoever you are, you're passing your place. Yes. Well, thank you, Linda Anderson. So somebody has bought a Pony Express bag for us. Ooh, look. Ah, sharp. Okay. They may be out of town. Okay. Not in town. I thought they were disabled, but that's okay.
Abilities can do pretty much any.
Yes, they can. What time is it anyway? Doing good. An hour and a half.
The sun gets hot at 10:35.
It sure does.
And we just clip through those faces.
In my mind, I'm using this kind of an acclimation point too.
And I would start the crack of dawn.
Go ahead, Weathercat. Degrees, 35% humidity, no wind. Thank you.
79 degrees, that's it.
Yep. That's why it feels hot. There's no wind. That was a pretty important mask. Somebody's mask on the Side of the road.
Masks?
Yeah, face mask.
Oh,
Cloth.
I know
Yep.
it.
Yep.
In Maine, none of the grocery stores have any plastic grocery bags, any at all. You have to bring your own if you want one.
Or
They
buy
have
a
all
paper
these
one.
plastic lined face masks.
Yes. How about the fact that they sell these paper straws and there you got a plastic wrapper?
Oh, I mean, you can't even buy a plastic bag. If you buy a bag, it has to be one of their big
Yep.
canvas type things. Any radio today? Or are you hearing it?
Goes to show you. He's been in my ear. Yeah, I think take a break and walk. That's what I was thinking.
Four-wheeler front. Four-wheeler front. Like yours is white.
Hmm?
Four-wheeler bag.
I think that was an actual older one.
Four-wheeler front.
sleeping on the job, Mr. T. I was just going to say, there's the oil bucket. That's what Whiskey just said. Mm-hmm. But we're almost, for the record, at our camp.
Yeah, but you know what? I thought we were a whole long time ago.
Yeah?
It is so deceptive out here.
Oh, yeah. It's amazing. You can look at it and you can... That's what happened to us before you came in. Whiskey and I are sitting there looking at Austin. It looked like, what, 4 miles?
Yeah.
It was like 21, 22 miles. We kept walking. It was like one of those
It's right there.
scenes. I think I got it, and it keeps tomorrow.
Juniper got a water?
Yeah, I've got one right here. Oh no, I already opened it. Juniper, you got water to hand out the window? Water you can hand out the window?
Roadrunner back with a bottle of water.
Roadrunner's getting it. Shot this side. Shotgun's got it.
Yeah.
Pass out on.
Nope.
Yeah, I know. I was feeling a little lightheaded. So I'm going to bring those pictures.
4.5 miles on the clicker. Got you. Yep. Camp is right there.
I don't believe you anymore.
I see it. It's not a mirage. Yes. It is really strange how it looks so close yet it's so far away.
Very strange.
While we were trying to do that.
It is nice to have that sense of accomplishment, though.
Yeah.
We got a big truck coming up about a half mile behind us.
That damn thing almost sounded like a choo-choo train. Who's in? Give me a second before you talk because you're cutting the first word off.
Motorhome front.
Okay, hello Zero.
Yes, this is the motorhome front.
Good day, Brad. We're not there yet. We're almost there. The sun's starting to get warm, isn't it?
Oh, yeah.
Not starting, but is. I don't know if Juniper actually made any breakfast burritos out of that chorizo or not.
He made some last night.
Nice. Lunch. Dinner. No. Brunch.
You can call it whatever you want as long as it's food.
It's food. There we go. And there's Texas girl. Think we have? Yeah, I think we have been here before. This place looks kind of familiar. But we are legitimately here this time. We have walked. We don't have to do any more back walking.
Miss Cindy wants some of that watermelon?
Yes, I'm pretty sure she does. Where's Abby?
She's going out for a walk with Texas.
Oh, Texas has her?
Yep.
I was like, well, that's interesting. Abby's not here.
Here, I'm gonna throw yours in there, boss.
Thank you, sir.
Hey, I'm right here, Dad. I had to go potty. Come here.
That thing sticks to the carpet.
I had to go potty.
Yeah.
Okay, go get him.
Ow. Got that damn spot on my ear coming back. Oh, shoot.
60 seconds. You're probably hot.
Yeah. Thank you, sir.
You're welcome.
Oh, man, that smells good.
I just gave that package of melon to Cindy and told her to throw it in her cooler.
Huh.
We got another one we can cut up anyway.
Yeah. Warmage.
.7 on the clicker.
Yeah. Thank you, sir.
You got something to drink? You want a bottle of water?
Is there any bell in there?
No. Took it out to get the melon and stuff in here today, and we got some down there.
Yeah. Thank you, sir. Thought I heard something. Uh-huh. Yeah. Really? Really? Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, and there's the other Judy, her friend. That's part of the education system as well. It's the Judy and Judy show out of Arkyville. Who? Finland. Finland is in the house.
Sweet.
Very sweet. Some chorizo, bacon, and egg. And potato, I think.
Flash water. There's an enemy in here.
There's an enemy combatant in here.
Yes, there
With
is.
little wings.
I still got 2 of those red beans and rice burritos in there too.
What was that? He's in the house. Welcome.
Is this one of those that TPC was giving out?
There's one that stovetop.
Bob?
That was honored to me.
Cool. Just noticed that in there the other day. It's like, that looks familiar.
And the other one that just like that went to Gypsy.
Yep.
Oh, it is, Mark. Some chorizo, bacon, egg, and potatoes with cholula. And tomato. What do you think, Abby? That chicken and rice with pumpkin, pretty good, huh? Pretty good stuff, huh? He's taunting you.
I know. He's always just out of reach.
Always. They're pretty smart.
Sure. Mess up, they always do. Where's one down, you know he's going to have a compatriot in here with him.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, I just saw him down there.
Because that would be the reality. Can't make everybody happy, can you? Shut down the stream. Oh, you cheated on the miles. Keep the stream up. No, we don't like watching you pick. Right? Yeah. Make certain. How about picking your nose?
Huh? No,
Just
no.
it?
No.
I'm good. I was making a joke. Or a comment. Yeah, this is good. So we're in 4.5. We'll walk, take a break here, and we'll walk up into town. Another few miles. That sun is getting warm quick today, though.
Right now, I'm showing.
It's 82.
That's what I'm showing.
That's what he just said. Thank you so much there, Sylvia. Appreciate that. Yeah, my feet, by the way, Renee, are doing really good. Have haven't had a new blister since Middlegate. Take them off. Get them off, let them cool, let them dry. I'm just, go ahead. I can see that while I'm sitting here. Mark 41 Kilo. Godspeed and crew. We love and support you guys and gals. Thank you, Mark. So it's interesting when you read comments or you hear comments from individuals, or you see or you hear of comments of individuals that are full of pessimism. Those aren't the people I'm trying to talk to. You can never make those people happy. Unfortunately, we have to contend with those people. We have to deal with those individuals that we know that some of them come in and try to sow seeds of dissent. And we deal with that as best we can. We're not professionals. We're not professionals at doing broadcasting. But we're forced to have to do things to this extreme because media to do their job, to do what the First Amendment was originally constructed for. So we have to do it. And we have to do it a lot of times seamlessly without being able to shut the cameras down. Or they say that it's faked. They say that we blue screen things. They say, you know, they do anything and everything to knock you down. But we will not be deterred. Nothing has changed from this messaging. Nothing changes from the fact that people need to know that their freedoms are under attack and what they have to do as a free citizen of the United States. They have to be heard. It will do no good to hide in your home thinking that someone else will take care of that problem for you. Each and every person needs to get out, needs to be heard. And I do envision spurs of walks, freedom walks. And I'm sure that there are individuals that are in states along the way. I have an itchy heel, so I'm scratching. That are way off route. The power in the states is extremely powerful. The states have the ability to put extreme pressure on the federal government. So the states also need to be the individuals, the citizens of the states, need to be putting the pressure on their elected officials, letting them know what they don't like. So often there's individuals that say, well, you're trying to make this political, i.e. registering people to vote. Registering people to vote is not being political. Registering people to vote is a way of getting individuals to become active. A prime example is Bubba. Bubba did not register to vote, and until about 38 years of age, Bubba spent some time on the road with me. Or I should say I spent time on the road with him in my truck. It motivated him through our conversations to go and register to vote. I am a registered, nonpartisan, independent. And I'm proud of that. I don't look at the party line. I have no sense of loyalty to either party. I have my own. Bubba registered as a Republican. We all went to vote together on election day. They gave a certificate to Bubba when he was saying that it was his first time in his life that he was voting. I voted on his cap, and that's what hangs above the door. But I go back to the fact that he registered as a Republican. He could have just as easily registered as a Democrat. The freedom of choice is a powerful freedom. We can't let somebody else tell us that, we're going to make the decisions for you. That's not why we are here on this earth. We're not here to be ruled, to be enslaved. We are here at God's will. We have the power to make our own decisions. We have free will. I'm not going to be in an argumentative way with people. To be spoken to them, I won't speak to them. If they don't want to listen to what happens on this channel, they're welcome to leave. Change the channel. But people need to get up, get out, and let other individuals know we can't wait any longer. If we want to save this country, we have to act now. We have to get organized, get together, let our individual voices be heard as one single voice. One that cannot be drowned out. One that can no longer be ignored by the mainstream media or the politicians or the bureaucrats that sit in these cushy government positions. No longer can we wait for that. Or can we allow that? Freedom has never been free. It's required sacrifice. And it's symbolized by our American flag, of which I took an oath to protect, to defend the Constitution that flag represents. That the country, or the country that it represents. too long we have been allowing the indoctrination of our children. Now our children are growing up, and it's pretty evident that their belief mechanisms are exactly what they want them to believe. They don't want them to know the history of the land. They don't want them to know what occurred 244 years ago. Nothing of the kind. So it's important that everyone knows how we fix this.
Filled the generator. We got 2 empty cans, one full one and a full tank in it.
Okay.
So that blinks when it's fully charged?
It'll blink float,
Yeah, so we're still
not quite full float. Solid, it means it's almost there. So it's definitely, it's coming. It's coming to a point to where people must be taking charge. Don't put it off on someone else. Don't put it off on me. Don't put it off on some truck drivers. You're the key. What scares them is people gathering. Not just a handful of people, but masses. They'll have, they try to say that it's all just conspiracy. They're just conspiracy theories, tin hat, people with the tin hats. So it'll take everyone. And that's yesterday evening. And it was pretty sobering to see individuals there kind of with their heads hanging down a little bit. You could see that they were affected by something. Maybe they don't even know what it is. But it was also interesting to note in a small town like this, they gathered there. People hugging. talking about their day. Year. You got your hat. Got his compadre. Thank you for that fly swatter. I'm about to eat, and for those that it may offend, you can know that I'm about to eat an orange. I'm not trying to. There are those who do believe that people shouldn't eat in front of others. What you seeing there, Mr. T? Well, thank you, Brad. Going good, Sharon. Taking a break, and we're going to continue on. It's warm. We don't have too much further to go.
Almost 96,000 subscribers.
Oh. Yep. We had a pretty good morning this morning before start. Russ from RVTV came out. He met us. RV or TV. So he's up on YouTube, and he took some video that he's going to be putting up probably in the next couple of weeks on his channel. gave us one of the videos, which is his drone. So we have some drone footage.
Another enemy combatant in here.
That was a sour one. there. How you doing, Mr. T?
Good. Just chatting with Whiskey about water. 'Cause he's about out,
Yeah.
and they want to empty them 6 5-gallon jugs that they got to
Yeah.
eliminate some weight. So we're
Yeah.
gonna put part of it in here and part of it in his.
Uh-huh. Oh, using the pump?
Yeah,
Yeah. That works.
because that can eliminate about 300 pounds of weight out of that trailer for him.
Yeah.
And get us enough water to last until we leave Eureka. Because we still got about this much in the main tank, and both the ones in the back are probably half full. Since we were drawing out all 3 tanks and didn't realize it until yesterday. Does it draw out of both of them at the same time back there, or one and then the other?
No, it draws out both.
That's
It's
what
just
I
got the
thought.
manifold ties to,
That's what I thought.
it's an inline.
There's probably about a half a tank in each one of them.
Yeah, they'll level out.
See that other enemy combatant in there anywhere? He was up front, but he wouldn't show himself after he went under the seat.
No, I haven't.
Minutes will be an hour since we got here.
Yeah, I'm getting my shoes on now. Got something to eat. Got a good break in. Head on up. Probably overshoot the fairgrounds, maybe.
Yeah, because they close at 1 o'clock anyway. It all ends at 1 o'clock.
Right. Overshoot it. Go into town. Actually go into town. See. So. Yeah. That way we can see, say, you're in Eureka.
Hey, if you want to take off at the hour mark, I'll let Miss Cindy and Whiskey know.
What's the hour mark?
I mean, it's 13 minutes. 11:45 now. We got here at 11:56. So a little over 10 minutes to walk.
Yeah. There. Got you straightened up. Hmm? What do you think? What do you think? You're not having any more rice and chicken until tonight. You scarfed up that whole bowl in no time. What you doing? Huh? What are you doing? You want a sweet potato? Piece of sweet potato? Small piece? What will you do for it? What will you do for it? High five, good. Thank you. Sit pretty. Take it. Good girl. Comfortable lunch spot. Okay. Let's go take a peek outside, see what's happening.
Oh, did they say that?
Yep.
Oh, that's awesome.
I'm gonna give this to
To Texas?
Whiskey's gonna ride with me. Patty's gonna walk.
Ah. Mr. T is coming up. I was just coming around to see how everyone's doing. How you doing? Huh?
I don't want to be on live stream right now.
No, I kind of figured that. No, you're good. I'm not going that way. I'm pointing that way.
Wolfie?
I'm just, I still have to get stuff on. I was just coming out to see how everyone was doing.
Starling's really funky today.
Yeah.
Could be a solar flare.
Yeah.
Said we're gonna have a big one later.
Yeah. Coming right behind you. Aye, aye. It's a little warm out there. Robot.
Abby,
I guess we're getting ready to roll out anyway.
Yeah, a few minutes. Putting my stuff together. I either lost another inch this morning or my pants.
What's happening with me? My belt's gonna be too big in a minute.
Mama Wolf says they're getting us. They're getting as long as they're a red, white, and blue.
yep.
I actually had a pair of big old red, white, and blue suspenders for construction belts. Big saddle bags. I have a pair of those, but they're so old that I put them on, they probably let my pants go to the floor. What was that? That was all broken. It sounds important.
Oh, damn, so evil. I got these freckles. Yeah, but you're tan. See, I just spring freckles.
I never use sunscreen. I never have.
So what? How come you didn't end up like nuts?
Never have. Very seldom. I have to be out in over 100-degree sun for 8 or 9 hours for all these birds.
You've got a lot of melanin.
Melatonin.
Well, I got almost none. Scottish ancestry. I think of that.
Hand me that Dr. Pepper out there, please. I think I got one left at the top shelf.
Yeah, those rains.
That's, I'll be getting some. Thank you, sir.
You have to look in the right refrigerator. They've got like 40 of them. They're not in all. When
I think they're independent, like Coca-Cola one, Pepsi one.
when I brought you, the only one I could find it was up by the cash register.
Wow.
Well, I can drink anything
You gonna lay down on your cooling pad there, young lady?
That or Mountain Dew.
Yeah. She's gonna lay down on her cooling pad. Unless we find something better up top up there. The sheriff was telling me about a good spot up there in town. I'm not sure if he was talking about next to the sheriff's station or not.
There's a parking lot behind the patty corner. It's pretty empty. Maybe that's what.
I don't know. Might have to talk to him.
I said ran across the road.
Yeah. What do you think? What time is it?
11:55.
Well, let's get out and get ready to walk. Well, I guess I better take this. I'll be going, oh my God! We lost comms with GreyWolf! God forbid! I wonder why this was being so weird. It was on the wrong spot. Okay. There we go. Hey, the sun's behind that cloud up there, and that cloud's looking awfully ominous. Yeah. We are ready to rock. As soon as Miss Cindy comes out, Mr. Whiskey Tango. Everything's it's right here. Yep. Miss Patty, good day.
Again? I cannot do any English accent for the life of me.
We might have a little bit of precipitation. We got a four-wheeler coming up.
Yeah, my old dad, my dad's
Four-wheeler truck.
Okay. Let's rock and roll.
funny how those personalities go through the generations, you know, there's things written about that side of farming and some of the trades that Scotch Yorkshire.
Four-wheeler front.
Okay. Check out this camper. That's an overlander.
Couple four-wheelers coming up behind you. One in front too. Help you turn.
Okay.
Oh, I just got word.
Four-wheeler 30 seconds front. Clear. Four-wheeler trailer front. 30 seconds.
Thank you, Weather Cat. Starting to get oranges right above us. Not the kind you eat. Yes, I heard the I didn't see the bolt, but I heard the thunder. It's weak. Hopefully we'll what?
Four-wheeler front.
GPS system there. Surveyor's GPS. Wind is at my face there, Weather Cat. Deer.
Oh yeah.
Yep. Amber Rose, the blister sequencing is done. Still a little tenderfoot as I build up some callus, but
Coming around behind us.
Lost my train of thought there, sorry. Okay. So my feet are doing just fine. A little bit of tenderness, still building up callus, but no blisters.
Four-wheel straight in front.
Still got some knee issue with being down for 8 days back there in Austin. 7 or 8 days. Started tightening my. So now it's just a matter of getting it to release, which seems to be getting better and better every day. So. Thank you so much.
Four-wheel front. That's 30 seconds apart.
Felt a couple of drops. We'll see how it goes. Wind at our face. It does feel good.
Little droplets feel good too.
Hmm?
Those little drops of rain feel good too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this 4-wheeler's gonna wait until this comes around. Four-wheeler coming up behind me. Four-wheeler trailer up here. Four-wheeler trailer. Another one. And a four-wheeler. Times four-wheeler front. Roll off coming around.
10-4.
One mile since we started again.
Yep. I'm good if you're good. Okay. Patty, you good?
Couple four-wheelers coming up behind us. Up here up front.
Yep.
Wheeler tires too, up front.